Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel where we delve deep into the intricate tapestry of the British royal family, bringing you the most compelling and often the most heartbreaking developments from within the hallowed halls of the palaces. Today, we confront a story that has sent ripples of concern and dismay through royal observers around the globe. The seemingly escalating family troubles of King Charles, which now appear to have taken a truly agonizing turn, involving none other than his elder son and heir, Prince William. Before we embark on this profound and somewhat somber journey into the heart of the monarchy's current challenges, please do remember to show your support by liking this video, subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, and hitting that notification bell so you never miss an update on the Windsors. Your engagement truly helps us continue bringing these stories to light. Now, for generations, the British monarchy has stood as a beacon of stability, tradition, and unwavering duty. Yet, beneath the gilded surfaces and the weight of ancient crowns, the royal family, much like any other, navigates the tumultuous waters of human relationships, personal grievances, and profound disagreements. What makes their struggles unique, however, is that they play out on a global stage with every whisper, every gesture, every perceived slight scrutinized under the harsh glare of public expectation and media speculation. And it is into this very crucible that we now peer, as reports emerge suggesting that palace courtiers are seemingly in a frantic rush for damage control. The reason? A new and deeply troubling rift that appears to have opened up between His Majesty King Charles III and his eldest son, Prince William, the Prince of Wales. These fresh tensions, we are told, began to simmer and boil just a mere few weeks following what many had hoped would be a reconciliatory and productive meeting between the monarch and his heir at the serene and historic Balmoral estate in Scotland. Balmoral, as many of you know, holds a special place in the hearts of the royal family, a private sanctuary often associated with fond memories and quiet reflection. It was there, amidst the tranquil Scottish Highlands, that the Prince of Wales and the monarch engaged in what was described as a crucial one-on-one meeting. The primary purpose of this encounter, according to insiders, was to catch up, a seemingly innocuous phrase that, in royal parlance, often masks a deeper need to address pressing issues, especially given that the two had reportedly found themselves at odds over several significant matters concerning the future direction and public perception of the royal family. One of the most significant points of contention, and indeed a source of profound personal anguish for Prince William, reportedly centered on the king's recent efforts to reconcile with his younger son, Prince Harry. For years, the estrangement between the two royal brothers, William and Harry, has been a painful saga playing out in the public eye. The once inseparable Fab Four, William, Kate, Harry, and Meghan, dissolved amidst a storm of accusations, revelations, and transatlantic moves. While King Charles, as a father, understandably yearns for a rapprochement with his younger son, particularly given his own recent health challenges, Prince William's perspective, it seems, is markedly different. Sources indicate that William had been left furious by the king's gestures towards Prince Harry, especially given that the elder brother himself remained, and continues to remain, estranged from his sibling. This divergence in approach to the Harry problem highlights a deep chasm between father and son, not merely on a personal level, but perhaps on a strategic one, regarding the unity and public image of the monarchy. William, as the future king, likely views the stability and cohesion of the core working royal family as paramount, and the ongoing drama surrounding Prince Harry, in his eyes, may be perceived as a persistent distraction and a source of ongoing damage to the institution he is destined to lead. But the disagreements, dear viewers, did not end there. Another highly sensitive and indeed deeply embarrassing issue that Prince William reportedly insisted upon was the need for strict and decisive action against his uncle, Prince Andrew, and his former wife, Sarah Ferguson. The reason for this firm stance, according to reports, was the latest humiliation they had inflicted upon the royal family, particularly given their continued, albeit controversial, association with the late disgraced financier, Jeffrey Epstein. The specter of Epstein's abhorrent crimes has cast a long and dark shadow over the monarchy, particularly through Prince Andrew's ill-fated friendship and subsequent legal entanglements. Despite Prince Andrew being stripped of his military titles and royal patronages, and effectively stepping back from public life, The lingering perception of impropriety and the occasional reemergence of his name in connection with the scandal continue to be a source of profound discomfort and reputational damage for the crown. Prince William, keenly aware of the need to protect the monarchy's integrity and public trust, especially as he prepares for his own eventual ascension to the throne, is said to be resolute in his belief that any lingering association with such a tarnished figure must be decisively severed, and that those involved should face clear and unambiguous consequences for the sake of the institution. Sarah Ferguson's continued presence, even if peripheral in the royal orbit, particularly around events and properties, also seems to be a point of contention, suggesting William's desire for a complete and clean break from anything that could remotely jeopardize the monarchy's standing. Naturally, in the face of such potentially explosive reports, the palace machinery often springs into action to quell speculation. Indeed, initial palace sources were quick to dismiss the very existence of a feud between the Prince of Wales and the King, suggesting perhaps that these were mere family discussions, albeit robust ones, rather than a deep rift. However, for those who follow royal matters closely, particularly through the lens of seasoned observers, it appears there is still a significant amount of underlying drama, far beyond what official pronouncements would have us believe. This assessment comes notably from Rob Shooter's Shooter Scoop, a platform known for its often perceptive insights into the lives of public figures. Shooter's report suggests that the official denials may be just that, denials rather than an accurate reflection of the true state of affairs. And what, you might ask, could be so profoundly unsettling as to shatter trust and create such a chasm? The answer, according to these unsettling reports, lies in a rather public pronouncement made by Prince William himself. During an appearance in the documentary The Reluctant Traveler, featuring the beloved Schitt's Creek star Eugene Levy, Prince William reportedly made comments that have been interpreted by his father, King Charles, as nothing short of a betrayal. The comments in question were a subtle yet undeniably pointed dig at his father's past, specifically referencing his divorce from Princess Diana and his subsequent marriage to Queen Camilla. While the exact wording and full context are crucial, the implication is that William was reflecting on aspects of his upbringing and the practices within the royal family that he found difficult or problematic. For King Charles, who has spent decades working to rehabilitate his public image and solidify Camilla's position as queen, such comments from his own son, made in a public forum, were perceived not as honesty, as William might have intended them, but as a deeply personal betrayal. This interpretation by the king underscores the profound emotional weight that lies beneath the surface of royal duty and public presentation. It speaks to a vulnerability, a sensitivity to past wounds that, even after all these years, remain tender. Adding to the gravity of the situation, another source has profoundly stated that this is not merely about family tension. No, dear viewers, the stakes are far higher. This, we are told, is about the crown itself. This single phrase elevates the entire discussion from a private family disagreement to a matter of profound constitutional and institutional significance. When the relationship between the monarch and his direct heir is strained to this degree, it inevitably impacts the very fabric of the monarchy, its perceived stability, and its symbolic power. The crown, after all, represents continuity, unity, and an unbroken line of succession. Any disruption or deep-seated discord at its very heart sends shivers through those who value the institution. The consequences of this perceived betrayal and the underlying disagreements are, sadly, tangible. Reports suggest that King Charles and his heir have now collapsed into silence. This poignant phrase paints a stark picture of a complete breakdown in communication. There are, we hear, no calls or texts exchanged between the two. In an age where digital communication is instantaneous and ubiquitous, such a complete cessation of contact between a father and son, particularly when one is the king and the other the future king, speaks volumes about the depth of the rift. It implies a level of hurt and anger so profound that even the most basic forms of interaction have ceased. Despite this deeply troubling silence, there are whispers, tantalizingly, of a peace walk being underway. This suggests that some intermediaries, perhaps trusted courtiers or close confidants, are attempting to bridge the chasm to facilitate a reconciliation between the two most senior members of the royal family. However, the caveat accompanying this glimmer of hope is equally stark. The trust is shattered. This is a powerful and sobering assessment. Trust, once broken, is notoriously difficult to rebuild, especially in relationships as complex and burdened by history and duty as those within the royal family. The very foundation of their bond, both as father and son and as monarch and heir, appears to have been severely compromised. Meanwhile, and perhaps tellingly, no official confirmation or denial has been issued on the matter of this peace walk or the broader tensions, leaving the public to piece together the narrative from these unsettling leaks and reports. Let us return for a moment to the specific comments made by Prince William in the discussion with the Schitt's Creek star Eugene Levy. William, in a moment of apparent candor, expressed a hope that they don't go back to some of the practices in the past that Harry and I had to grow up in. This statement is laden with meaning. What practices in the past could he be referring to? It is open to interpretation, but one might surmise it encompasses the intense media scrutiny, the often unforgiving public expectations, the perceived lack of agency or emotional support within the royal system, and perhaps even the very public and often painful unraveling of his parents' marriage. It speaks to a desire for a different, perhaps more modern and emotionally intelligent, approach to royal life and duty for future generations. The future king then underscored his intentions with an even more direct declaration. Major changes are on his agenda. This is perhaps the most significant revelation in this entire unfolding drama. Prince William, the man destined to wear the crown, is not merely content to inherit the monarchy as it stands. He envisions a future shaped by his own principles and experiences, a future where the institution adapts and evolves to meet the demands of a new era. His desire for major changes could encompass anything from a streamlined, more focused monarchy to a different approach to media engagement, or even a fundamental shift in how the royal family interacts with the public and handles internal disputes. But the fact that he is articulating these desires publicly and seemingly in a manner that has caused such distress to his father signals a profound moment of transition and perhaps conflict within the heart of the British monarchy. So, dear viewers, what we are witnessing is far more than a simple family squabble. It is a profound moment of tension at the very apex of the British royal family. A clash of perspectives and priorities between a king who has finally achieved his life's ambition and an heir who is determined to forge a new path for the institution he will one day lead. The echoes of past royal dramas, the weight of public expectation, and the deeply personal nature of these disagreements all combine to create a situation of immense complexity and, indeed, significant risk for the stability and popular appeal of the crown. The shattered trust between King Charles and Prince William is a wound that could take considerable time and effort to heal, and its implications for the future of the monarchy are, without doubt, far-reaching. This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the future trajectory of the British royal family and the delicate balance between tradition and necessary evolution. What are your thoughts on this deeply personal and institutionally significant rift? Do you believe Prince William is right to push for major changes? Or do you sympathize with King Charles's perspective as a father and monarch? Please share your opinions and insights in the comment section below. Your perspectives are always valued and contribute so much to our discussions. Don't forget to like this video if you found our discussion insightful, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth royal analysis, and join us for our next royal update as we continue to monitor these fascinating developments. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.